Hello, I'm Al Lee. I'm a candidate for Railroad Commissioner of Texas. I'm a U.S. Air Force Vietnam-era veteran, and I'm a lifelong conservative political activist. You know, when we hear political candidates talk, they mostly talk about themselves and tell us why they are qualified for the job they're looking for. And you know what? In one way or another, I believe all of them are probably right. But I wonder if they're not answering the wrong question. Because after all, wouldn't Barney Frank be able to make that same argument? The thing I would really like to know is, why are they running? You know, this has got to be just about the most difficult way that I can think of to get a job. You've got to have motivation of some sort. So what is it? Is it money? Is it power? Is it prestige? Is this a stepping stone? Is this a good career move? Or is there maybe something larger than themselves? So I thought I'd like to tell you why I am running for Railroad Commissioner. I believe that America is under attack and Texas is the #1 target. I believe that the #1 weapon being used is regulations and rules from federal government agencies. And you know, every Republican and conservative candidate is going to tell you we're going to fight against this rule or this regulation, and that all sounds good. There are plenty of bad ones that need to be defeated. Methane limits for fracking, CO2 limits for electric production, cross-state air quality. But you know, when the federal government is able to create tens of thousands of new regulations a year, you can't win that war fighting one regulation at a time. So a more aggressive candidate will tell you, we're going to eliminate EPA or the Department of Energy or some other agency. And that sounds really good. But if the federal government is able to create a new agency or a czarship on a whim, we can't win the war that way either. What we need to do is to go to the source of the problem. And the source of the problem is something called administrative law. This problem started back around 1933 with FDR and the New Deal. See, that's when they started creating government agencies to regulate what we do. These agencies were empowered by administrative law to make rules and regulations and to enforce them, giving them the force of law. They can take your money, they can take your property, they can put you in jail. But these rules and regulations have never been voted on. They've never been given the scrutiny that a law would be given. Not only that, they don't contain themselves within the boundaries that the Constitution provides for the federal government. I believe that entire system is unconstitutional. How can we defeat it? All power that the federal government has is given by the states. So only the states can challenge this. Texas is a leader among states. You know, Texas is an icon for Americanism. Take a piece of paper and trace an outline of the shape of Texas and walk down any street in Europe, in Japan, in the Middle East, anywhere in the world, and ask people, what is this? And they will say, Texas, Texas, Texas. Not only that, Texas is the heart of the economic engine that can save this country from the economic malaise that we're in. That's why liberals have chosen Texas as their #1 target. And that's why Texas has to be the leader to lead America and Texas in the fight against administrative law abuse. What can one railroad commissioner do? Not very much. However, if he's persuasive and if he's persistent, he can convince the other 2 railroad commissioners and other commissioners, Public Utilities Commissioner, ERCOT, TCEQ, and conservative members of the Texas legislature, the House and Senate, and the Solicitor General and the Attorney General and the Governor. that Texas needs to challenge the authority of this administrative law in the Supreme Court. And also, if we could get 26 states to band together to challenge Obamacare in the Supreme Court, we can get at least as many to join with us on this. This is at least as important as fighting Obamacare. That's why I am running for Railroad Commission. That's my mission. You don't hear me saying negative things about my opponents or really saying many good things about myself, because I'm not asking you to vote for me because of them or because of me. I'm asking you to join this mission, not my mission, our mission. Join with me. My name is Al Lee, running for Texas Railroad Commission. I thank you. Now, I told you I've always worked for conservative causes. I've always considered myself a patriotic American. But if I see a way to prevent my children and your children from living under an oppressive, statist society, and I don't do everything within my power to prevent that, then I am an imposter.